A team of ASU students used surveys and on-site data to get the city of Phoenix to create protected bike lanes near elementary schools in an area of north central Phoenix. And to learn more, we welcome Allison Poulos from ASU's College of Health Solutions. Welcome to Arizona Horizon.
Thank you.
You bet. Now this was on Osborne Road, exactly where?
Yes, this is a stretch of Osborne Road in between 11th Ave and 19th Ave.
And what's going on there? Why was the attention, why did the city of Phoenix get involved and basically say, help?
Yeah, so this particular stretch of road is significant because within this short stretch, there are 3 elementary schools that are located right off the major road. The school district major building is actually located right there. And so there's a high prevalence of kids, of families, of people right around that stretch of road. And there was also a really high concern about traffic, speeds, accidents, crashes, and safety overall.
And so, again, between like 11th and 19th Avenue here, so you get out there, you do the research. What kind of research was done? What were you looking for, and what did you expect to find? What did you find?
So this had been going on for a few years, but when we got involved through ASU, this was part of a Safe Routes to School program. So this is a national program. It's been federally funded in the United States for the past 20 years, since 2005, and it's basically a process. So it starts with the convening of a coalition, and this is a group of people with a shared interest in promoting safety for walking, biking, and rolling. And so the city of Phoenix was involved in this coalition. Our team from ASU was involved in this coalition, and then we had members of the school sites. We had community members, we had parents, all working together.
And so working together and gathering research, I mean, how do you gather research on something like this?
Yeah, so the process goes, we start a coalition.
Yes.
Work together to then go to the next step, which is a needs assessment. And so that's where our team at ASU came in to try to support this effort. So we gathered data by conducting audits around the school sites, all of the major roads that people would use to travel to and from school. And we looked for things that could facilitate walking and biking safely and things that were a problem.
Yeah.
And so on those audits, we found that a number of issues existed related to the traffic on the roads, the amount of traffic, the speed of traffic, the conditions of sidewalks. But in addition to that, we surveyed parents at the 3 schools, and we found that not only did we see issues with safety, but parents were really concerned. The vast majority of parents at all of these schools, more than 80%, said that they weren't comfortable with their kids walking, biking to school because of the conditions on Osborne.
And so the research goes beyond the anecdotal then? Yeah. And so you get all this, and did you do it, I mean, when you're observing and you're taking the numbers and you're doing this and you're doing it different times of the day?
Yeah, so we worked with the city of Phoenix. It was so great that they came in and trained our students to systematically gather data. And so we purposefully were positioned in major intersections, counting cars, pedestrians, bicyclists, and observing.
Number of crosswalks even, maybe? Crosswalks?
Oh, yeah. We looked for all sorts of standardized things that would either enable someone to walk safely or not. So crosswalks, the presence of crossing guards, because that's important, especially right on the way to school and after school, crossing signals.
So how do you convince then drivers and convince the city and convince people in the neighborhood, hey, we're going to take away, did you take away a full lane?
So there were 2 lanes in either direction at one point, and Osborne in this stretch was reduced to 1 lane in either direction. Bicycle lanes that were protected were added. So yeah, 1 lane was removed.
So how'd that go over?
Well, initially there was an effort to try to do a road renovation project like that a few years ago, and it was stopped because the community wasn't all in. But through this second attempt, and I think with a more concerted effort through this great coalition, the great people with the city of Phoenix, the great people with the school district, our team at ASU, we were able to provide a little more data, get a little more reach. And another thing that happened was a lot of these projects are more successful if they can be paired with existing renovations that are set to happen. And so that's why it's so important to get people from the cities on board with these coalitions so that we can pair up projects like the bike lane renovation with a resurfacing or repaving of a street that's supposed to happen, like
Yeah.
was set to happen on
Very,
Osborne.
very smart. So, it's done deal. Everyone happy?
Well, we're going back to evaluate the perceptions of the folks around that area in the fall. But so far, everyone's pretty pleased. We had a big community bike ride put together by the coalition. It was tons of fun.
Must be rewarding to know you shaped a community, huh?
It is rewarding work.
Yeah. I mean, that must be because look at the bike lane. That's what we did. That's our work.
Right, I know.
Well, congratulations on that work.
Yeah, thank
Allison
you.
Poulos, ASU College of Health Solutions. Thank you so much.
Thanks.